everyone! Do you know what is freedom? Freedom is when mom and dad leaves you home alone and you rule the home, call your friends to party. Well, when it comes to country's freedom, it's more of a serious matter. Rewind back to 1947, two countries came into being, India and Pakistan, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. In August 1947, when after 300 years in India, the British finally left, the subcontinent was partitioned into two independent nation-states. Many people in India felt that they did not want to be ruled by the British and wanted to govern themselves. They weren't happy about things like economic problems as a result of rules put on them by the British. There was also a lot of tension between Hindus and Muslims. In the years leading up to independence, the idea for the new independent region to be divided into two separate states, India and Pakistan, was born. India was formed mostly of Hindu region, while Pakistan was mostly Muslim areas. What? 300 years? That's way too much, fellas. So the people living in subcontinent had no clue they were being manipulated for 300 freaking years? Across the Indian subcontinent, communities that had coexisted for almost a millennium attacked each other in a terrifying outbreak of sectarian violence, with Hindus and Sikhs on one side and Muslims on the other. A mutual genocide as unexpected as it was unprecedented. Up to 2 million people lost their lives in the most horrific manners. The partition of British India forced millions of people to leave their homes to move to other states. This was the largest forced migration of people that has ever happened, which wasn't because of war or famine. It's no surprise if you're killing each other for land. Since God created this planet, we are at war of territory. Partition, the division of British India into two separate states of India and Pakistan on August 14 and 15, 1947, was a last-minute mechanism by which the British were able to secure agreement over how independence would take place. Well, how can a third party decide over independence yet they were only ruling them? Sounds bizarre. By March 1947, a new viceroy, Lord Louis Mountbatten, arrived in Delhi with a mandate to find a speedy way of bringing the British rule and agree to the creation of two separate states. Finally, the viceroy realized it isn't gonna work that way, stopped bossing around and let go of the two nations their separate ways.
Stop bossing me around.
Today, Kashmir remains the only region of British India that has not been integrated into one of the two nations or gained independence. Since partition, there has been conflict between India and Pakistan, particularly over Kashmir, which both states say, even now, should belong to them. It's like saying, she's my baby. No, she's my baby. I mean, come on people, grow up. Let Kashmiris decide who and where they belong to. This year marks the 74th anniversary of the partition of the subcontinent, an event that triggered one of the bloodiest upheavals in human history. Well, happy Independence Day to Pakistan and India. Thank you for watching Studimation, animated educational videos.